Hello, I'm Ashley, and today I will talk and give my opinion about the article called The Subtle Ways Language Shapes Us. First of all, I want to start by saying that this article was really interesting, especially because I think we have been using an exclusive language, and most people are not conscious or they do not care about it. But the reality is that the language we use can impact and influence the way we think. The language we use can say a lot about ourselves and the way we see the world. So, this article made me realize that with just one word, we can make one gender feel inferior. We use men to describe our species, but where are the women in that word? And I want to say an example that I read in the article, and I think that shows all the gender inequalities that really exist in society. So, in India's legal system, documents are written in the masculine, which is considered to include women unless otherwise specified. I agree with the arguments of the author, especially when she says, as we are working to reimagine our defaults around gender and build a more socially conscious and inclusive culture, we also need to reckon with language. I think this is something we have to take into account, because if we really want to change the world, make an inclusive society, and remove all the gender inequalities that have existed for a long time, we should start paying attention to the language we use. I think it's hard and it will take a long time to reform certain languages to make them more inclusive, but it's not impossible. Maybe we cannot change the entire vocabulary of a place, but we can add some words or introduce gender neutral options to reduce the gender inequalities at the moment we speak. For example, the world's four most spoken gender languages are Hindi, Spanish, French, and Arabic. In Spanish, if there is a male friend, we call it amigo, and if there is a female friend, we call it amiga. But if there are 10 female friends and just one male friend, we don't say amigas, we say amigos, no matter if there is just one boy. In this case, in several Spanish speaking countries, people have created gender neutral options to make their language more inclusive through endings like e, at, or x, but not all the people use these gender neutral options because I think many people are not aware of all the inequality that just saying amigos brings when there are a lot of female friends. In the article, the author says that while she was learning Hindi, she was expected to show respect to men more than women. And if she wanted to talk to a man in her class, she had to use specific words. So I think the school has a lot of influence on our language and can help to reduce the gender inequalities, but it's not the only entity that can help. The media, our families, all these can contribute to improving our language. I just want to say that we can help too, because if we know that we are doing something bad, we don't have to wait for someone who tell us how to do it right. We can make the difference, we can make the change. Before reading this article, I think I wasn't conscious of all the gender inequalities that exist at the moment we speak. So, I have always said that women can do whatever they want because we are strong, but I didn't pay attention to my language. And I think if I want to be a feminist, I have to change my language and the expressions I use. And I have to accept that I have said expressions like, you hit like a girl many times. But I think I've been using this term wrongly because like a girl doesn't make a person less strong than another, doesn't make you weak. Being like a girl is being strong. I really don't know if I'm always politically correct, but I try to use respectful language. It doesn't matter if that person is different from me because of their skin color, the culture, the sexual orientation, or the gender. I try to respect everyone and make that person know that they really have a place in society because I really want to create an inclusive society.